Hello everybody, this is Shaili from Business Excellence Strategy Department. In last episode, we talked about CSR. KPI is the subject of this episode. A key performance indicator is a measurable value that demonstrates how effectively a company is achieving key business objectives. Organizations use KPIs at multiple levels to evaluate their success at reaching targets. High-level KPIs may focus on the overall performance of the business, while low-level KPIs may focus on processes in departments such as sales, marketing, HR, support, and others. Now that we know KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator, it is only as valuable as the action it inspires. Too often, organizations blindly adopt industry-recognized KPIs and then wonder why that KPI doesn't reflect their own business and fails to affect any positive change. One of the most important but often overlooked aspects of KPIs is that they are a form of communication. As such, they abide by the same rules and best practices as any other form of communication. Sufficient, clear, and relevant information is much more likely to be absorbed and acted upon. Defining key performance indicators can be tricky business. The operative word in KPI is key because every KPI should relate to a specific business outcome with a performance measure. KPIs are often confused with business metrics. Although often used in the same spirit, KPIs need to be defined according to critical or core business objectives. Follow these steps when defining a KPI. What is your desired outcome? Why does this outcome matter? How are you going to measure progress? How can you influence the outcome? Who is responsible for the business outcome? How will you know you've achieved your outcome? How often will you review progress towards the outcome? One way to evaluate the relevance of a performance indicator is to use the SMART criteria. The letters are typically taken to stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bounded. In other words, is your objective specific? Can you measure progress towards the goal? Is the goal realistically attainable? How relevant is the goal to your organization? What is the time frame for achieving this goal? The SMART criteria can also be expanded to be smarter with the addition of evaluate and reevaluate. These two steps are extremely important as they ensure you continually assess your KPIs and their relevance to your business. For example, if you've exceeded your revenue target for the current year, you should determine if that's because you set your goal too low or if that's attributable to some other factor. Good KPIs have the following specifications. Provide objective evidence of progress towards achieving a desired result. Measure what is intended to be measured to help inform better decision-making. Offer a comparison that gauges the degree of performance changing over time, can track efficiency, effectiveness, quality, project performance, personal performance, or resource utilization, are balanced between leading and lagging indicators. KPIs can be categorized into several different types. The first one is input. Inputs measure attributes such as amount, type, and quality of resources consumed in processes that produce outputs. Process or activity measures focus on how the efficiency, quality, or consistency of a specific processes used to produce a specific output. They can also measure controls on that processes, such as tools or equipments used or process training. Outputs are result measures that indicate how much work is done and define what is produced. Outcomes focus on accomplishments or impacts and are classified as intermediate outcomes, such as customer brand awareness, or end outcomes, such as customer retention or sales, and projects. Project measures answer questions about the status of deliverables and milestone progress related to important projects or initiatives. We're gonna have an excellent journey together. Stay with us.